most truly iconic stadiums, and the oldest one still in use. It's Soldier Field in Chicago. Here's Brandon McManus to get this one going. And we're underway from Soldier Field. Tyler Scott now to return it. He stopped on the return at the 27. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion left. Coming out throwing is Williams. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't find Romadunze there. And it's going to be 2nd down. Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Javon Bullard bringing that play to an end. Here's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Williams to throw on 3rd. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Packers force the turnover on the first series of this game. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. That tackle made by Tremaine Edmonds. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. To the air with Love. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Love from the gun. Oh, tried forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. Jalen Johnson with the pick. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. Just tried a little bit too hard to get that 3rd down conversion. Brock wanted so badly to keep that opening series going, and that one cost him.
Yeah, I think it's less, Kate, in this case about the throw and much more about crediting the defense who was ready and willing to be opportunistic, not just knock that ball away.
Yeah.
They wanted to take advantage of that opportunity, and they jumped on it.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And this won't have the juice to reach the landing zone, so some great field position coming up for this offense at the 40-yard line. From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. And he finally ends up out of bounds after a huge gain. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
Anytime you get that chunk of yards, gosh, you can just feel it in the stadium. It just changes the whole complexion of the drive. They're now set up beautifully in enemy territory to end this series with points.
Working inside the red zone. Has it to his back. Here's Josh Jacobs. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
On second down, Jacobs. And they bring him down pretty quickly at the 10. Call it a gain of 2, and now it's going to be third down and 1.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Third and a lone yard coming up. Shotgun now for Love. Flush down out to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Green Bay! The Packers get it down to a single point. Jordan Love, the touchdown. Extra point try is good by McManus. And the Packers tie this game 7-7. On now is McManus to kick this away. Scott now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on 1st down.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
Here's Swift on 2nd down. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Andrew and Cooper there to make the stop. That's the rookie from Texas A&M who took him down.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Completed here to Komet. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. These two NFC North teams have played one so far. Both teams neck and neck so far. Back to Soldier Field in just a moment. We're back and all set for the 2nd quarter. Bears football. They're looking at 1st down here. Working from the gun, Williams. Escapes out to the left. Pulled in by Allen on the sideline. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's a Chicago 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
1st down, Williams. Escapes the pocket. Escapes the sack. He just throws this one away.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time in secondary, well, they got real sticky, stayed tight, and forced the throw away.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Swift gets it, going left. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Javon Bullard bringing that play to an end. He gets a couple, and it'll bring up third down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Third down, here's Williams. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
They motion the slot man right. Williams throwing on fourth. Completed over the middle. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. The right call came in at the right time. Give him 9 yards and a successful conversion on fourth. First down throw by Williams. He's on the move. That one doesn't find its man. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. So it's second down coming up. Running with Swift out of the gun. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Brought down by Quay Walker. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Soldier Field. The Bears looking for a score just before the break. Packers putting 6 defensive backs out there defending pass on this third down. Out of the gun, here's Williams. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
Well, I think the defense coaches in coverage, breathing a sigh of relief. There was space right there. If that throw came 1 second earlier, that was going to be 6.
So on fourth down, out is Cairo Santos for the Bears field goal. From the left hash, a 40-yard look. Carney's kick is good. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. First down throw, here's Love. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Tremaine Edmonds has it. And he makes the half goal. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. Second time he's had an errant throw taken back for 6 in this half, Brock. As a quarterback, how do you come back from this knowing there's so much game left?
How do you come back from it, or how do your family and friends come back from it? I know as I get older, I honestly think about them more and more. As a competitor, you're just going to grit your teeth and do what you can. But for the loved ones following, that's a tough second pick 6 to watch.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Finds some space. He's past the 30. Crosses midfield, and he's still going. Oh, I don't think so. It's a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers make it a 1-score game before halftime. Jaden Reed, the touchdown. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
Fielded at the 7. Returns looking good so far. Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Williams from the gun. Finds his running back, DeAndre Swift.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Receiver in motion, going left. Quick touch pass to the receiver. This is ahead for about 5. Jair Alexander with the stop. We got 5, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 3.
That's just a good play to mix up what you're doing and keep that defense guessing. The execution, that's pretty well done too, creating the space for a solid pickup.
Motioning the tight end now. From the gun on 3rd down. Pass caught by Adunze. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. So that brings up 2nd down.
The offense not shy about sending them downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
Sticking in the air, it's Williams. Komet brings it in. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
From the red zone now. Chased out to his right. And this one's incomplete, too low as it skips off the ground. Now throw in the direction of DJ Moore. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd, Williams. That's incomplete left side.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. They motion a receiver left. They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
Carney's kick is good. And that'll double their lead to 6.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. First and 10 now with all of 15 seconds left to utilize in this half. Love back to it after the pick. He's throwing deep to the left side. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left. Pass was thrown for Christian Watson, and it sets up 2nd down. He'll throw it. Escapes the pocket. He's contained at the line for no gain. Now it's Montez Sweat who took him down. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Here comes the final play of our first half. Looking to throw. That's completed right side. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Love out of the shotgun. Forced out to his right. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something when no one open or risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Throwing his love on 3rd. He has the first over the middle. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down. Love from the gun. On the move, headed right. Oh no, they get him yet again. Tremaine Edmonds has it.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
Williams to throw on 1st. He finds his running back deep down the left side.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. To throw is Williams. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. Couldn't find DJ Moore on that throw. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Swift hauls it in. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
Lengthy 4th down try here. They need 6. Back to throw it. Completed here to Komet. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. That's a clutch 7-yard pickup, and it pays off the call to go for it on 4th down.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
1st down, here's Swift. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Motioning him from the slot right. And he's brought down for a loss.
Any tackle for loss hurts, Kate, but they hurt that much more from a defensive back. Those guys typically are better in coverage, and you got to find a way to make them miss in the backfield.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Out of the shotgun, a give to Swift. And he hits a wall at the line and goes nowhere. 3 quarters in the books from this one. It's Bears football to begin the 4th as they try to hang on to the lead in a close game. Lengthy 4th down try here. They need 6. Looking to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. That finds Jacobs complete. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Shotgun now for Love. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up. Trying to force one through there. And now it's 3rd and short.
You know, it's tough to succeed at linebacker in most defenses if you can't hold your own in coverage. They rely on you to break up throws just like that and take some of the stress off the secondary.
He's back to throw. Vacates quickly left side. He's running for it. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. The Packers take their 1st time out. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the 1st down.
Running on 1st here with Jacobs. And he's going to get this to the 29 before he stopped. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
From the 29. Buys time, rolling right. He takes it himself. And he's going to be out of bounds right along the 20. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the 1st.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end, only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that first down anyway. Ugh.
First down throw, here's Love. And this time they're gonna get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. It's the 2-minute warning from Chicago. Packers trail by 6. To the line they go. It's second down.
Here we go.
Another try following the sack. He's on the move. No one open, so he chucks this to another county.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
Looking to throw it. Complete beyond the marker. It's a Green Bay touchdown. So it was touchdown or bust here on this drive, Brock. A field goal wouldn't have done it, but they get the score they needed, and now a critical extra point forthcoming.
And now what I love, the pressure shifts to the other sideline. They do have some time left on the clock, and remember, all they're going to need is a field goal to go out and steal this one in the end.
That one splits the uprights. And the Packers take the lead on that successful kick. On now is McManus to kick this away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And this drive will start inside the 25.
Hey, Kate, the best kick returners I was ever around, really at any level, they want this opportunity. They want their chance to help their team. They know they're down, but they also know that return, especially a good one like this, can set the offense up for success.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. That throw finds Komet. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Here he is to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Back to throw. Rolling out to his left. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
He'll look to throw it. Komet brings it in. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. The Bears decide to call their first timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Throwing now. Escapes the pocket. And they'll make a stop up at the 46-yard line. Timeout Chicago. It uses its second. Still one more in their pocket to use.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
Offense to the line for first down, conscious of that single timeout they've got remaining. Looking for a target. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Quay Walker in to pick it off. And the Packers make the play that should win them this game.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. So it's the visiting Packers who pick up the win. And partner, I know you took down plenty of division rivals in your NFL days. Heck, your conference opponents back in Washington in your college days always makes the win a little bit sweeter when it comes against a rival, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's just a little bit more emotion. There just is.
Yeah.
I mean, you try to keep every game level, and no opponent's bigger than the other, but familiarity does breed a little more contempt, and we could feel it today, and that's why that W is a little bit sweeter.
So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. The Packers are your winners as we say so long from Chicago.